Mom, Dad, your 40th wedding anniversary is probably a great time to reflect back, but that's not what's on my mind at the moment. What's on my mind is the present and the future. I wanted to simply say thank you. Thank you for continuing to be such great role models to me. Your couple is a model to Charlotte and I as we try to navigate the next 35 odd years together. Thank you for being so supportive as parents and as grandparents. Your physical presence in my life and in the life of my children is something I cannot put a value on. And lastly, I hope it's not condescending to express how proud of you I am. Yes, I'm certainly proud of your respective pasts, proud to be able to speak about your careers in such glowing terms, but I'm proud of the life you have created and are continuing to create for yourselves. A life that continues to build together on its strong foundation and that is warm and welcoming for everybody who would like to take part. I'm proud to be your son and hope to be able to spend more and more time with you as you move, slowly I hope, towards 50 years together. Cheers.
Hi, Diane and Andrew. A quick note from me as well. So first, congratulations on 40 years together. I think we all hope we get there one day and in such good health and spirits. So first, congrats. I just want to share a quick memory that is actually the first memory I have of both of you. So that was in Hong Kong 18 years ago. When I just started dating David and you visited from the US. And I think you both greeted me in French and talked to me about coming to France many times and all you knew about my culture. And I would have to say I was utterly impressed, even though I was very intimidated, but that was, very kind of you. And that's really what I would use to describe you both. I think you both are very kind and warm and, of course, very smart, but not just very smart. So, yeah, and thank you so much for being the best parents-in-law I can possibly hope for, and to being such a great support to our family and to David. And we love you very much, and we hope we would see you more than we do.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Congratulations and happy anniversary. Growing up, I'm sure we really put your marriage to the test. I know I was an angel, but the other two were a real problem. But thinking back, when you're younger, you don't always think about your parents' relationship. So as an adult, it's just so amazing to see the wonderful team that you two are, how much you love and enjoy each other's company and are just a wonderful couple together.
And we want to thank you for being the best grandparents to Eli and Lila. They are so lucky to have their Mimi and Papa be such a meaningful presence in their lives, to help teach them things and, spend just so much time together. And we are so excited we get to celebrate today. Happy 40th anniversary and to many more.
Happy anniversary.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Happy anniversary. We're so happy for you. We're so excited to celebrate, and we're so lucky that we have you as our role models, both separately and together. Me for a lot longer than Ron. But I think that of all the people in this video, we have known you the shortest just by nature of being the youngest, but we have also lived with you the longest, the most recently. So we have had a front seat view to what 40 years of marriage looks like, the good and some of the bad, but we know that it's filled with love and laughter and not a lot of TV and just so much of the life that you've built together we admire, and we love you, and we look forward to lots more years together.
Congratulations on 40 years together. As you know, I proposed to Sarah and then subsequently lived with you for 3 months. So I had 3 months of seeing what I guess at the time 37 years of marriage was before we actually got married. So I got very deep insight into what it looks like to be married for so long, and it was great. It was exciting. You guys are fun to be around, and you were great roommates. But most importantly, you kind of really showed just a great example of what a loving family is like. And that's what Sarah and I are, working to build. And you guys are definitely a big inspiration to both of us. So congratulations
Happy
on 40 years.
anniversary.
Yeah, happy
We
anniversary.
love you.
And we hope you enjoyed the video.
Yes.
Happy anniversary, congratulations.
Hi, Diane and Andrew. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary. Thank you for all the years of love and laughter and dedication to family. I wish you 40 more years, and thank you for making it all look so easy. I love you.
Andrew and Diane, we're so happy to be wishing you a happy anniversary. We wish we could be with you and family and friends tonight.
We hope you have a wonderful celebration of a wonderful anniversary, and that you're surrounded by people who love you and you love them, and that it's a wonderful evening.
We have so appreciated all of your generosity in bringing friends and family together over the years. It's been wonderful for us.
Absolutely. Many fond memories of both New York City and especially Hillsdale from, I guess, over the course of 35 years or more.
Happy anniversary.
Be well. Enjoy. Raise the glass.
I remember meeting Diane and Andrew for the first time 32 years ago when Sarah was a baby. They were the first family members I met on the Loeb side of the family. They invited us over for dinner at their home in December of 1990 in what turned out to be a few days before we were engaged. We went over to dinner, and Diane and Andrew were warm and welcoming, and Diane fixed an amazing dinner with salmon as the main course. What I didn't realize at the time is that this would become the first of many wonderful dinners and holidays spent at their home. But from the beginning, they were an amazingly warm couple that were tremendous hosts and took tremendous joy in welcoming us and having them in their home. So happy 40th, Diane and Andrew. So glad to be a part of this family.
Go.
Happy anniversary, Diane and Andrew. How have Diane and Andrew changed over the past 40 years? My answer would be very, very, very little. And maybe that's the strength of their relationship. I think one early story will bear it out. I had visited them. There were no kids at their apartment on Washington Square, and it had gotten late. Diane, ever the nurturing sister, had offered me money to take a cab home. My previously laid back and quiet brother-in-law let everyone know that he thought this was an absolutely preposterous idea. I don't think much changed in 40 years. And for the record, I took the subway home that night. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Diane and Andrew. We're happy to have you as our neighbors and our friends. You've been married for 40 years. We've known you for about 35 of those, you and your wonderful family, and we treasure you as friends. So have a wonderful anniversary, and we look forward to many adventures ahead. Bye-bye. Bye.
Dear Diane and Andrew, happy 40th anniversary from Isabel and Brian.
I first met Diane freshman year of college, which goes back a couple of decades ago. At the time, there was no rabbi, and so I was the one leading the services for Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. And that's where I first met Diane. So if we were to go back in time and reflect on today's moment, we would raise a glass of Aladdin and Jasmine and the genie and say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has brought us to this moment of celebration and sustained us in great health. So we say, Mazel Tov.
And just how fortunate we are to have continued a wonderful friendship with Andrew and Diane through marriages, through brisses online and in person, and been blessed to share such wonderful times together. And may we have many, many more wonderful times to share.
L'chaim.
Happy 40th anniversary, Andrew and Diane. My best recollection of you is when we met, Michael invited me to dinner at his apartment, and you came with David, who was newborn. And that was when I first saw Michael as in the context of such wonderful friends, and reflected in the regard that you had for him. So you are responsible not only for your own dynasty, but for our getting together and having two wonderful children. So chapeau and congrats.
Yeah, our best wishes to you. Thanks very much, and many more years of happiness together.
I think I'm one of the few people, perhaps very few, who knew the two of you before you knew each other. I first met you, Andrew, in the summer of 1980 when we vacationed together in France and the United Kingdom with our mutual friend, Robert Goodman. And I met you, Diane, in 1981 when my brother Andy was marrying your sister, Janet. So I was delighted when I learned that the two of you would be getting married less than 2 years later. We've had many wonderful times over the years, including vacationing together in Southern California and watching baseball at Yankee Stadium. And now I'm delighted that my wife, Elisa, has joined this family friendship.
And so am I.
Happy 40th anniversary, Diane and Andrew.
Diane and Andrew, congratulations on your 40th wedding anniversary. We have known you, in the case of Andrew, since 1973, 50 years, and in the case of Diane, since the early 80s, 40 years. And we're present at your wedding at the Rainbow Room in Rock Center in January of 83. We know it was January of 83 because the New York Times says so. And it was a glorious event. Seated at my table was Kenny Jester, now Ambassador Kenny Jester, who I remember cautioning me on spending too much time editing my remarks. He went on to a lifetime of editing remarks. And it's been absolutely glorious to see your children grow up, David, Jeffrey, Sarah, and to know Betty and Leonard, and to know Helga, and to come to the Seders every year at your home. It was truly a homecoming for the extended clan. And we just feel that you are perfect for each other. You are people of high character, empathy, just great fun to be with. And we appreciate being part of this event, and we wish you the best for many more years. And we look forward to spending more time with you. Take care.
Greetings. Congratulations, Diane and Andrew, on your 40th wedding anniversary. and best wishes for many, many more happy and fulfilling years ahead. 40 years ago, I can still see the day clearly. The cold air, the sun glinting off Saturday's newly fallen snow as Bill and I taxied our way across town, expectantly to the temple. At the reception, I can see and hear the bustle of the guests sipping, eating, talking, and enjoying the view of the crystal clear, cold blue sky from the top of Rockefeller Center. I can see the beautiful, gracious, smiling bride in her lovely lacy gown and the "I can't believe how lucky I am" grin on the face of the cute curly-haired groom. We were all so young and happy and hopeful. But I want to take you back to another day, perhaps that I remember perhaps even better, as it was the fateful night that led us all here. December 19th, 1981. Bill and I were set to fly to Florida the next day for our December 26th wedding, and we're on top of the world, filled with expectation. And to celebrate, we decided to have dinner at Peter Luger, where we had dinner on our first date some 7 months before, and had invited Diane to join us after showing her my village apartment for possible use by her dad. Diane, the highly respected colleague and friend of Bill's at Morgan Guaranty, whom I knew as whip-smart, kind, unpretentious, interested in the world, in people, and in good conversation. On the spur of the moment, I invited Andrew. He happened to call while we were in my apartment to join us. Andrew, my very, very good friend and pal, whom I'd met on the first day of Columbia Business School. Andrew, my conscientious partner for marketing class projects, with whom I went hiking and bird watching, with whom I sat through long gab sessions with his Swarthmore friends. That's redundant, as all of his friends were from Swarthmore. Andrew, with whom I watched go through torturous interviews for corporate product management jobs, only to see him reluctantly and rightly return to Miller Advertising. So was this a setup between Diane and Andrew on my part, or simply a case of good fortune? I'm not sure, but I do remember thinking at the time that these are two very smart people, kind, unpretentious, and Jewish, and neither one of them watched TV. If nothing else, it would be a night of good fun, and it was. I remember it all: a great dinner, a walk through Rockefeller Center in the bone-chilling cold to see the Christmas tree, the newly opened movie Pennies from Heaven, and then taking them home, a drive up First Avenue, and then overhearing them from the back seat, a plan hatched by Andrew to play tennis the next morning. Wow, great, I thought. Maybe there's something here. Life is filled with moments of serendipity, of being in the right place at the right time, saying yes to opportunities that present themselves, which determine our future. This night was one of those moments. But what followed, I think, is not an accident. The formation and endurance of this relationship that has produced and strengthened this wonderful family, children, grandchildren, in-laws, relatives, and friends across the globe, is no accident. The intelligence, love, kindness, and patience of you, Diane and Andrew, have made this happen. My love and best wishes, always.
Des yeux qui font baisser les miens, un rire qui se perd sur sa bouche, voilà le portrait sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, rêves sont en moi. Mon